What's going on, guys? Chadwick.cervinski back with you here on the channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at my first couple test flights with Butterflight 3.5 flashed on my Bardball F4 aka, and this is on the Impulse RC reverb frame. And these I imported right over my stock PIDs, and I'm using the default settings of 488. And this is after I've already done some rate tuning. My rates needed kind of changed a little bit, and I also needed to kind of lower my P's down a touch. I wanted to try to lock it in without making any adjustments to the filters themselves, but in the end I did end up just lowering the filter just a little bit, and it made a huge difference to the very critical eye, which is myself, because there's no sense in flying these vehicles if you do not have smooth audio. Make that smooth video. So I was fairly happy with the way everything was flying, but I did notice a little bit of harshness in the sound and in the actual video. So I pulled up the Lewis script on the TARANIS that I got working, and I went to make some adjustments to the filter. Now, you can only adjust it in increments of 100, which is pretty useless, considering that would basically take you from 400 to 300. And for most typical new builds with everything, you pretty much are going to wind up in that 350 to 380 range anyway. At least that seems to be the consensus. So this is 300. You obviously can see and hear the differences. And yeah, so we definitely went a little too far on this one. Now, just out of curiosity, I really wanted to try out and see how my other reverb with the Helio spring would fly, and it actually wasn't too bad. I kind of was thinking, this I thought flew a little bit better the last time that I flew it, but you know, this isn't bad by no stretch of the imagination. I'm not sure what release version of Hex this has or anything. I know it is, at one time, maybe a month ago, it was kind of like an experimental Hex, and this has got Q values tuned, W values tuned, as well as being overclocked and running at 32K and 16K. So I'm really not sure what's going on with their stuff out there right now, but I'm sure I'll get back into it here relatively soon. So later on that evening at home, I bumped up the value to 370, which I believe it's the Q. I always get confused which one it is, and I'm just too lazy to look it up right now. But anyway, 370 just did an amazing job, just bumping that to just a little bit. I believe it's less filtering or less gyro trust, whatever Butterflight team is calling it today, but it really made a difference in the harshness of the video. I know the light is kind of low and everything, but I did have video of this flying before, and I just kind of have lost it, so I'm not sure what happened to that, but definitely sounded a lot better. The flight was great. You know, I see no harshness and oscillations on like near field objects. For example, when I turn around here, I would always see some harshness right there in that little bush against the background of those trees. Don't see any of that. Everything's just flying good. It feels really good, and yeah, I'm pretty much digging it. So now they have a 3.5.1 RC candidate out, which I really haven't looked to see what actually is being changed in the changelog. I have downloaded the new configurator 10.4, so we'll probably take a look at that maybe here shortly in the next couple days. just because it's going to be like super crazy weather again. It's supposed to get up in like the 70s later this week, but there's going to be some crazy winds, so I'm definitely not going to be able to fly my planes and anything and have any enjoyment. So we'll play with these quads a little bit and see what we can do. Anyway, thanks a lot. Enjoy the rest of the flight. Any questions, let me know, but definitely have a lot more success on 3.5 here with my flight controllers running F4AKK than I did at like 340 or 342. So definitely needs to be recognized. Good work on everything out there, guys.